Hi everyone, and welcome to Grammar Minutes. Today's topic is commas. We'll start out by talking about why this is important, and then we'll talk about different situations where you need to use commas in English. Keep in mind that writing communicates more than just information. It expresses how much respect you have for your reader and how important the message is to you. You can increase the quality of your writing by decreasing preventable mistakes. Let's take a look at when you should use commas in English. You can use these rules as a guideline when you proofread your work. First of all, commas should be used in a list of 3 or more items. If there are only 2 items in a list, you can just use "and" between them. For instance, I bought kale, beets, and shrimp at the grocery store. Since there are 3 items in this list, commas go after the first 2 items. It's also necessary to use a comma when you write the date in English. You need to use a comma between the day and the year, but remember, it's not correct to use a comma between the month and the day. For example, January 1st, 2022. January is the month, the 1st is the day, and 2022 is the year. As you can see, there's no comma between the month and the day, but there is a comma between the day and the year. You also need to use commas before a direct quote when you use a signal verb. For example, my mother always used to say, "Stand up straight." In this sentence, the word "say" is a signal verb. So you have a signal verb, a comma, and then you can start your quote. This rule is applicable whether or not you are quoting speech, something someone said, or written text. It's also necessary to use a comma after transition words and phrases. For instance, to begin, comma, the first flaw with driverless cars is imperfect technology. In addition to being unsafe, comma. As you can see, in both sentences, the comma goes before the main subject of the sentence. It's also necessary to use a comma after an introductory clause. When a dependent clause, which is another way to say an incomplete thought, is at the beginning of a sentence, put a comma before the main clause. For instance, before he goes to work every morning, James stops at Tim Hortons. Before he goes to work every morning is a dependent clause. By itself, this information would not make sense. It needs the complete sentence to add information. Therefore, the comma goes after the dependent clause, before the subject of the main sentence. As well, when you are joining 2 sentences together with a conjunction, it's necessary to put a comma. As you can see in the example here, the weather was brutal this morning, comma, so I decided to take the bus. The weather was brutal this morning is a complete sentence. I decided to take the bus is also a complete sentence. If I want to join them into one sentence, I need to add a comma and the appropriate conjunction. Just a reminder, it's important to always proofread your work. Preventable mistakes, such as missing commas, are often made when people write too quickly. Remember, eliminating these preventable mistakes can bolster the quality of your writing and increase your credibility in the eyes of your reader. Just as a quick recap, when writing in English, make sure that you use commas in a list, in the date, before a quote, after an introductory phrase, after an introductory clause, and in a compound sentence, which is when two complete sentences are joined together into one. For more information about commas and many other topics, check out what the Learning Support Center has to offer for you. Thank you for taking the time to listen today, and I hope you found today's lesson helpful.